Good morning, students. Happy Monday. I have a life lesson for you guys this week as we switch back to hybrid. Then I'm going to go over the schedule for this week and show you where you can find your assignment on Google Classroom. This week's life lesson is called Finding Our Common Ground, and it's written by Robin Mize. There was a big peace march in Washington a few years back. I watched as my husband made a sign to carry, and my son painted slogans on a t-shirt. "Sure you don't want to come?" my husband asked me. He knew that I was sympathetic to the cause. I felt just as strongly as he and all of our friends who were going did. But I just couldn't go. I begged off, saying I wasn't comfortable with the crowds. But the thing that made me uneasy wasn't just the number of people gathered there. It was the mob mentality of a large group of people who feel that they are right, even if I agree with them. It was the absolutism lurking in the liberal ideals. To me, it felt just as scary as any other kind of intolerance. On the other hand, I knew it takes a kind of fervor and belief to change things, but there is a fine line there, and somehow group protests, while I respect them, walk too close to that fine line for me. What scares me is the self-congratulatory, undiscriminating nature of the mob. I think of the French Revolution. I picture those Nazi rallies, and I fear the self-complacency of knowing that you are right. I wonder if it has to do with the fact that I come from a family in which the liberal is a rare bird. 4 of my siblings are staunch conservative Republicans. I love them dearly, and the fact that these people whom I love are the evil enemy of the Peace March gives me pause. It forces me to accept a contradiction, knowing both things are true. They are the enemy, but they are also my family. We do not agree, but I do have to accept that they are thoughtful and compassionate people who can come to the opposite conclusion about how things should be. I must admit, it's hard for me to disagree so profoundly yet still respect and love them. Sometimes I wish I could agree with my siblings and not be troubled by these uncomfortable differences of opinion. This brings me to what I believe. I believe we are all doing the best we can. The other side isn't any more ignorant or selfish than we are. They are not big business or Big Brother or the International Monetary Fund. They are just like me. I choose to respect their opinions even as I disagree with them. I am grateful that my children must accept this diversity too. They can't just dismiss the other side as evil. They are forced to love the enemy because the enemy is their loved one. The love came first. It seems to me that here in my family is an essential element of our democracy. We agree to disagree. Our ability not only to accept but to respect our differences is our common ground. 2 snaps for common ground. 1, 2, 3. My dear students, I chose this life lesson because in the past week, a lot of things have happened in our country. And I think I'm still processing them. I'm sure that many of you are as well. And more information comes to light every single day. So I think what we need is a pause and a deep breath and time to figure things out. So that is your life lesson for this week. You need to send me your reflection on that with the Google form. I do want to go over our schedule for this week. It is the week of January 11th through the 15th. We are going to be wrapping things up here with Islam this week. So as you look at this schedule, all of you need to watch this video and answer the Google form. My A to K kids, you are doing the study guide today, and that needs to be turned in today on Google Classroom so that you are prepared for you're prepared for class tomorrow for our review. L to Z kids, you are going to be doing that in class on Wednesday. So L to Z kids, your study guide is due tomorrow on Google Classroom. You need to complete it and turn it in there on Google Classroom. A to K kids, we're reviewing in class on Tuesday. L to Z kids, you're reviewing in class on Wednesday. A to K kids at home on Wednesday, you're studying for your Islam test. L to Z kids, you are doing that on Thursday at home. A to K kids, on Thursday in class, you are taking the Unit 4 test. L to Z kids, you are doing that in class on Friday. A to K kids at home on Friday, you are doing the extended response. This is open note, and you will complete it and turn it in on Google Classroom. L to Z kids, you will be doing that on Tuesday the 19th. Nobody has school on Monday the 18th because of Martin Luther King Day, so we won't have a life lesson next week. Next week we'll be looking at Hinduism, and then the following week is the last week of the semester, and we will be looking at Buddhism, and that's kind of where we're going to wrap up the semester this school year. I need to change this date still. So if you have any questions, please send me an email. Otherwise, that is our schedule for this week, and I look forward to seeing you guys in class this week. Bye-bye now.